Correct. That is a correct sentence.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It means
And we do.
Emphasize.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And it actually is. It is the emphasis of the class. It is the most important thing.
Only one thing. Important thing.
Well, you can say in this class we emphasize grammar, spelling, reading. So it doesn't necessarily mean only one thing, but the emphasis is the thing that you spend the most time on, the emphasis of a class. Okay? Okay. So let me just, because we're running out of time, and because so much of this in parentheses is the way that she speaks and not the correct thing, let me try to read it myself. So, oh so loverly sitting absolutely still. It's supposed to mean absolutely still, completely still. I would never budge till spring crept over me windowsill. Oh, okay, windowsill. So, so she's saying, I'd really like to not have anything to do until spring. But here, this last one, crept over me windowsill. This is the way she talks, saying, crept over my windowsill. Okay?
Window.
Correct. She says window, but it means window. Window is correct. So this is the problem with her accent. Yeah.
She speaks the wrong word, many words.
Yes.
Because she's from local.
She's from the poorest section of London. They speak the same.
But because he is wrong when he talk, he has wrong accent and wrong pronunciation.
Mm-hmm.
Because maybe he unknowledge.
Yes, lack of knowledge, and because everyone from that part of her town speaks the same way she does. Okay? So she has not been to school, she has not learned how to speak correctly.
But in this story, her and someone can talk, can understand when talk together.
People from the same place can understand what she's saying. But I tell you, if I go to London and I run into somebody who speaks this way, it will be so different to my ear that I won't understand it. I have actually been in a restaurant in London and I couldn't understand the waiter to save my life. They speak very quickly. This has been slowed down and made fairly clear what it is. But the way they speak, it's not at all. Yeah, so, all right. Someone's head resting on my knee, warm and tender as he can be, who takes good care of me. Oh, wouldn't it be loverly? Loverly, loverly, loverly. So, loverly is lovely. Someone's head resting on my knee. Okay, the apostrophe is there because she doesn't say the G. So the G is left out. Yeah, so, okay. Let me just, because we're running out of time, let me just finish this chapter. Suddenly a cold wind blew across the market square, and they all remembered where they were, who they were, and that it was nearly time to start their night's work. They moved back to the fire and warmed their hands. Yeah, so what's happening here is Dr. Higgins just threw money at her. He was being very rude. He threw the money at her. But she picked it up and it was more money than she could possibly make. She goes back to her friends who were sitting around and shows them this, and they all celebrate. So for a moment, they're thinking about what they could do with the money, but then after a little time, they realize they have to get back to work.
Nice work.
Okay?
What is nice work?
Which one?
Nice work.
Oh, yeah, it is. It's the work that they do at night. It's the work that they do at night. Yeah.
Night market.
That's what they're doing, yes, a night market. Yeah.
They sell at night.
Or not me, the woman who work at the night club.
Night market.
Yeah. If I work for 8 hours and it's the end of my work day, I've finished my day's work. And, okay.
Nice.
Night's work is really night of work.
Nice.
Night of work. This apostrophe,
Of work. Nice. Night.
Nice.
Night.
Night. Oh.
so nights, in this case, leaving out the of and saying night's work instead of night of work. Okay?
Nice.
All right.
Lady of the night.
That is not a good term. That is a not a good profession. I'm not going to explain that one. All right. Thank you very much.